YouTube. So, one thing that I've been working on personally in my life recently is not just going through the motions. You know, a lot of times we'll think that we're gonna just magically end up where we want to be in life, but that's not really how life works. You know, if you don't show up and actually apply yourself, you're not really gonna end up where it is that you wanna go. Just simply showing up isn't enough. You know, I've known guys that have gone to the gym just simply showing up for a year, year and a half, 2 years, and then they'll complain, I'm not seeing the results that I want to. Well, it's because you're not really putting in the work, bro. It's because you're just going through the motions, right? I mean, you simply just showing up to the gym is cool, you know, like you put half the battle in, but what's the point of picking up your sword if you're not going to swing with it, right? You can't just go through the motions. You have to actually apply yourself and really put that work in. And I'm not gonna lie, over the past month, 2 months, with my own personal workout routines, I have been kind of just going through the motions because I've been so caught up in actual work that, yeah, I go to the gym, yeah, I work out, but it's not the same. It's not like I'm training hard and training intense the way that I used to 6 months ago. You know, 6 months ago, I would show up every single day just so excited to go crazy and put that work in. And, you know, I'm trying to get a 6-plate squat. I'm trying to get a 4-plate bench, you know, but the past month or two, it's kind of just been like, I show up and I just do something. And, you know, that's cool, you know. Showing up means you're still putting in a little bit of effort at least, and you're gonna, you know, not go the wrong direction. But if you want to make forward progress, simply showing up and putting in some effort isn't enough. You gotta really put that work in, really apply yourself, and really actually try to make forward progress. You can't just go through the motions, man. So look, man, I've had a lot of people over here on YouTube and even on TikTok asking me about what do I do for a living? What's my biggest source of income? Like, how do I get that bread? You feel me? I am a licensed aircraft mechanic, licensed A&P mechanic. I know y'all really can't see it on the screen right now because I'm not actually working on a plane, but give it a few minutes. Y'all gonna see me actually working on a plane and see the kind of stuff that I do on a daily basis. I believe aircraft maintenance is the most slept on career in the blue collar, you know, genre of jobs. You get what I'm saying? Like, whenever people mention blue collar, they always say electrician, plumber, HVAC, you know, welders, stuff like that. But aircraft maintenance is up there too. As an aircraft mechanic, you can touch a lot of money too, bro. I've got coworkers at my job that have cleared $300,000 this past year. Granted, they worked hella overtime, damn near every single day, but still, you know, even 100,000, 120, 150, 175,000. These are pretty common numbers in the aircraft maintenance field. I myself, at 24 years old, I make 6 figures doing what I do, and I've only been doing it for not even a whole 2 years yet, bro. So if you want to touch some money at a young age, if you're able-bodied, a little bit mechanically inclined, and you can work with your hands, I'd say get into aircraft maintenance, bro. Real talk. You go to trade school for 2 years and go and get your A&P license, which, by the way, is a lot cheaper than a 4-year college degree. And once you get your license, you can literally get a job anywhere. It's not like these other college graduates that go spend all this money on a degree and then after they get out of college, they can barely even find a fucking job. Like, hell no. If you are a tradesman, a blue collar worker, you have a skill, you can go anywhere in the country, anywhere in the state, anywhere in the city, anywhere in the world, and you can still find work. And just like the other jobs in the blue collar field of work, as an aircraft mechanic, if you want to, you can even go start your own business, working on planes by yourself as a private entity. I don't know how to do that, but I know people that have done it. And so I know for a fact it's definitely doable. But yeah, what else? Oh yeah, aircraft maintenance, man. Lots of opportunities to travel. In my less than 2 years that I've been doing it as a civilian, I have been to Tampa multiple times. I've been to Miami, Florida. I live in Houston, been to Kansas, been to Oklahoma, been to New York. I've been all over the place, bro, because obviously We work on airplanes. Sometimes the job requires you to get up and fly wherever the airplane's going to. Or if you work for a major airline or a private company like I do, they may have different service centers in different states, and the company might say, hey, we need you to go out and give a hand to this service center and be an extra worker for 2 weeks at their facility. That gives you an opportunity to travel, and you're gonna make a lot more money on the road traveling. Oh yeah, another big thing, overtime, man. When you're a blue collar worker, really in any field, but I'm an aircraft mechanic, so that's what I'm gonna talk about. When you are a blue collar worker, you pretty much have crazy, unlimited opportunities for overtime, man, because there's always work that needs to get done. It's not like your little regular office job 9 to 5 where you're a salaried employee and you go clock your 40 hours and that's it. No. In the blue collar field, aircraft maintenance field, you get hella opportunities for overtime, and that's where you can really make your money, bro. Because like I told you earlier, I already have a pretty high hourly rate for my age, but when I go to work on overtime, specifically at my job, my overtime rate is not 1.5 like normal people's overtime rate. My overtime rate is 2 times, meaning when I go to work and I get my double overtime pay, I'm literally almost making $100 an hour. I kid you not. Well, you know, let's just round it up, bro. It's literally a couple dollars off. I'm making $100 an hour, bro. $100 an hour. At 24 years old, when I go do my overtime. Think about that, bro. $100 an hour. How many people do you know that can say, I can go to work for 10 hours and make $1,000 in a day at a 9 to 5 job? You don't know that many. That's crazy, ain't it? But that's my real reality, bro. Aircraft maintenance is the move. And that's why I've been telling y'all on this YouTube channel, bro, like, I took some time off to not be posting consistently because your boy was getting that overtime. My job told me, hey, you can come get unlimited overtime. So that's what I did, bro. I was pulling them 8-hour shifts every single day, 7 days a week, 10-hour shifts sometimes, 12-hour shifts sometimes, because I want that overtime, you feel me? I'm trying to get this car. I'm trying to get this C8 Corvette, you feel me? I need that. I need that. I'm at the gym right now. Got chest day today. But before I get up in there, I want to say, whatever it is that you want to do, just do it. Go ahead and get started right now. You're ready. You don't need to do any more kind of preparation or overthinking or planning. You might feel like you're not the person yet that you need to be in order to do the thing. Just do it, bro. Just do it. You know, I'll use content creation as an example. A lot of people really want to get into content creation, but they feel like I need to have an interesting life where I need to have the craziest cameras or, you know, microphones, or you don't, bro. You're literally good exactly how you are now. Pick it up and just do it. Whatever it is, a new hobby, a new job, a new business, content creation, whatever it is that you feel like you want to do, but you've been thinking about it, but you're not really sure if you're ready for it, just do it, bro. That's exactly the stage of my life where I'm at right now, because I began to realize that your life isn't going to happen unless you actually force it to happen. You know, for myself, for this YouTube channel, I knew I've always wanted to be the kind of guy that just picked up the camera and recorded his day-to-day life, right? I always wanted to be that guy that was just, you know, buff, working out, has a mysterious random source of money. Who knows how he gets it, but he has money. He's driving fast cars. And I started to realize recently that that's the life that I want to live, but it's not going to just occur unless I force it to happen. And, you know, even though right now I may not have the finances to afford a crazy ass car, bro, like, that's not stopping me. I can still spend money to have those experiences. I can still spend money to go travel different places, experience stuff, different states, different countries, different cars, whatever, you know, even though it may not be like I'm rich, but in order for me to even get to that point, I have to already move like somebody that's actually living it, if that makes sense. In order for that to actually become my day-to-day reality, I have to just get up and get to it, even if I feel like I'm not ready right now. That's just how this shit works, bro. And a shift kind of has to happen, you know. When you finally feel like you're ready to step into that thing that you've always wanted to do, your mind is already going to be there, before it physically happens, if that makes sense. Like, for myself, for example, I already believe in my head truly that I am the individual that I want to be. In my mind, I'm already the guy that daily drives a C8 Corvette and he lives in a high-rise like penthouse type shit. In my mind, I'm already there, but my physical reality just hasn't changed to that yet, if that makes sense. I'm gonna get there one day. So in order for me to actually live that life eventually, my actions and my habits have to match where my mind is. Meaning that in order for me to live that way, I have to do the things that will get me there, even though mentally I'm already there. The shift has to happen where in your mind, you're already the person that you want to become before your real life says, you know what, we need to catch up to match where this dude's mind is at. Anyway, that's enough yapping, bro. Let me go ahead and get this chest workout in. So peep game, bro. Peep game. Your boy has kind of fallen off in the gym. Not that I don't go anymore, because clearly, as you can see in this video, I still do, and my strength is still there. But in the sense of working hard, trying to push myself to new heights in the gym, lift bigger weights, get a bigger, stronger physique, I've definitely fallen off. I have not been training as hard. But I just want to talk about why, man. You know, I came to the realization recently that exponential growth does not last forever. It does not. Exponential growth is not sustainable. You can't just keep on increasing month after month after month in any aspect of life. It could be financially, it could be physical, you know. You're not going to keep on increasing your checks month after month after month. You're not going to keep on getting bigger and stronger and faster month after month after month. Eventually, it will slow down. Eventually, the exponential gains will begin to taper off. You know, it's just like the stock market. The stock market might be chilling around a particular price range for 2 months, but then one day it just skyrockets up. But eventually, the skyrocketing has to stop. Eventually, the stock will either crash back down once it reaches its new high, or it'll just level off and stay at that new high. But the skyrocketing cannot last forever. The exponential gains and exponential growth cannot last forever. So at that point, once the exponential gains and growth begins to slow down, you have to be cool with just continuing to put in the work just to maintain where you're currently at. Because life is a marathon, bro. It's not a sprint. It's not about who can get the most the fastest. It's about who can maintain it for the longest. And that's where I'm currently at right now with my lifting journey, bro. You know, I'm not really as focused anymore on trying to get crazy gains, like get huge and super strong. And I mean, I still do want to increase those things over the long term. But right now, I've just been so busy with work and trying to come up with new content ideas and stuff like that, that all I really have been doing is just going to the gym to maintain my current level and not necessarily to see increases in my strength and, you know, physique and stuff like that. So it's kind of weird, man. You know, I used to always ask myself, like, how does somebody fall off of the gym? You know, there are guys that 20 years ago in their prime used to bench crazy, deadlift crazy, squat crazy, but then you look at them now and they're just fat as hell, you know. And it's no shade to them, but I kind of get it now, you know. Not that I can see myself doing that, but if you're kind of just attached to the quick gains and the exponential gains, you can definitely end up falling off once you realize that those gains are beginning to slow down, or you're going to have to put in a lot more work to continue seeing gains. That's where I'm at right now, bro. You know, I'm putting in work just to maintain where I'm at. But I've been lifting for so long that in order for me to continue seeing gains and progress in the gym, I'd have to really, really put in work and really, really dedicate myself to that. And to be honest, I just don't care to do that right now. I don't have the time for that right now. I have other things that are more important to me than the gym right now. And that's not a bad thing. You know, I'm still putting in the work to maintain, but the extra discipline and the extra effort that's required to continue seeing growth, I just don't care for it right now, bro. So yeah. Just wanted to talk about that. I just wanted to let you know that you have to come to an understanding that work will always be required. Whether you want to continue seeing growth or whether you want to stay exactly where you are right now. It doesn't matter. Growth or work will always be required just to at least maintain where you are. You can never reach the point where you see the gains and the growth and then you just tell yourself, I don't have to work anymore. That's not how life works, bro. If you decide to do that, then your stock will absolutely plummet. Your stock is gonna exponentially skyrocket, and then you stop putting in the work and your stock is gonna fucking crash, bro. Real talk, man. Anyway, that's the end of the video, bro. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section about this style of video. You know, these, it's not really a vlog, but it's kind of a bit more dynamic and personal than my normal YouTube videos, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, man. Lock in, level up. Authentic Congo out, man.